All right, y'all, we are live for just a bit. I was going to try to wait off on this. I'm kind of losing my voice too, but I figured I would go ahead and do this video. How about that? So we'll give this a few minutes to see if you guys get this. I do have a microphone in, so hopefully it's not too bad. Getting over a cold, and of course the other day it was pretty cold outside. Well, it was 75, so it was nice to have the top off the vet. So I went and took that out and drove around and enjoyed that. So hopefully you guys will get this notification. I know it's last minute, but I just don't have the voice right now to do a complete unboxing and all that. You guys have seen a Stampede 4x4 before, so what's going on, CSLRC? Got a couple of things here we're going to be looking at. So I did go ahead and sounds good. Okay, appreciate that, because my voice is gone, y'all. It really is. If you guys can, I appreciate if you smash that like button too. I'm just trying to get this YouTube algorithm down. It's kind of frustrating at times to be doing stuff and the algorithm doesn't really be working, but I'd appreciate if y'all smash that like button as well. We got Neo RC in the house. RC Smith, what's up? Robert, hey y'all. Appreciate you guys joining in. If y'all can, smash that like button. So what we're looking at here is a brand new Stampede 4x4. So, hey, what's going on, Aaron from Trinidad? And Mel, what's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all joining. If you can, smash the like button. I'll probably repeat myself a million times. So what we're looking at here, I am losing my voice, so if it does sound kind of like I'm auditioning for the new Muppets movie, it's because my voice is gone. What's going on, DJ? 87 Classics in as well. Yeah, that's the reason why I went ahead and pulled the trigger. This has been, and I'll explain in this video kind of why I love the Stampede 4x4 so much. I got this from Superstitions RC. I think it was she was out of state, and then I got these Hovo LiPo batteries too, and I did put a link in the description for these. These do have a Traxxas connector on them, but I heard they were discontinuing this VXL model, so that's why I went ahead and I pulled the trigger and I bought my last Stampede 4x4. This was actually a little bit of history with me. This was my first four-wheel drive RC vehicle when it came out in 2009. I had to get it. I went ahead and got it, moved forward. I was good to go. And when I first ran, it was slow because I was used to running rustlers and stuff, but then I geared it up and I ended up loving it. And from that point, from when it was released to about 2014 or 15, I was buying a new truck every year, maybe 16 or 17, even that late. And then I started buying used ones and all that. So I've had about 30 plus of these trucks and I've always loved them. I hate that they're discontinuing it, but this one's going to stay in the house forever and a day. So I see a couple of you guys are coming in as well. What's going on? I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate if you guys hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. So we're going to unbox this and take a look at this. I should have also put a link in the description. I'll go back and do it to these tires. I got these off of Amazon. These were 29 bucks, and then they also had 10% off. So they were like 28 bucks or something shipped with it. But they do need to be glued. I didn't know that until after I was going to go ahead and order them. But I just figured I may get this and put this on this truck just to have a different tread and tire and stuff on there. But I'll have to try to find that after the video and put the link in the description for these tires as well. But there's definitely a link in there for these LiPo batteries. And big shout out to, I think it was Superstition RC for this, because they were one of the few companies that kind of had these in. And it was last minute for me when I got it, so. Yeah, I mean, the box, I wish it was in a little bit better condition, but it's probably been sitting down for a minute, so the box will stay and everything. I'm going to run it, of course, and I'm going to actually get some extra parts and stuff for it too. To keep it looking new, I'll be ordering like some more mud guards, chassis, etc. I mean, you can buy the brush chassis for it, but a lot of stuff like the center drive shaft was only made for the Stampede, so I'll have to get a couple of those, get some other stuff for it. I may buy another one just for a shelf queen, just to take all electronics out and put on my shelf. We'll see how I feel in the next probably month or two with that. And I may actually do that just to have one on the shelf and one to kind of drive, but we'll see. What's going on, Steve's RC? Appreciate you guys joining. If y'all can, smash that like button. So before we get into the truck, I do have these new LiPos, and I will be running this in this vehicle as well. Excuse me. There is a link in the description for these LiPos, and I'm going to actually test this truck out for Super Speed Saturday. I think it's only about 40 miles per hour stock out the box with the stock gearing, so I may go up to a 13 in it, but these should be fine for it. They do come with a Traxxas connector on there, And if I do recall, the Stampede does come with 2 battery posts, so I should be able to fit these lipos in there with no problem at all. And these pretty much come balanced. If I do check the balance, it's going to be with one hand, which I doubt I can do while I'm sitting up here trying to film this. But you guys know that they actually make really good lipos too. So let's see if I can do this. Can he do it? I doubt I can. You guys are going to get a really good close up as I plug at least one of these in. I'm going to actually put this on the charger in just a bit. So I got it in there. You guys pretty much see that that's balanced out. 3.79, 79, and 80. The other one's probably going to be the same thing. They don't, I've never had an issue with getting lipos from them and not being balanced out. So Joe says shares a lot of parts of the XO1. Yeah, this actually came before the XO1. The divs are the same. The A-arms, although they've changed them up, I doubt this has the newer stuff on it. But I'm going to throw this stuff over to the side. We'll take a quick look at these tires. Like I said, these tires were $29. And then, of course, I was Amazon Prime, so I did get free shipping on them. I should have opened them up instead of trying to one-hand all this stuff. But I at least want to show you these tires. And I'll go back and put a link in the description. These kind of remind me of Red Cat tires and wheels. But you guys see this here. And I have to glue these on, which I'm not a big fan of getting tires you got to glue on. But I'd rather, I guess, glue it on and make sure they're glued good than not have them glued at all. So I have to put these on and glue these. But it wasn't too bad for this. And it's actually got foam on the inside. They got a good tread wear and stuff for it. So I'll probably get these glued up tonight probably and put this on this Stampede. And then just go ahead and save these original tires. Because like I said, this truck has been discontinued. I wish Traxxas would have did a 2.0 version. Maybe they are coming out with one, I don't know, but they have the Haas now. So because this is legendary, they still have the brushed version, and then the brushed two-wheel drive and the brushless two-wheel drive, and then they got the brushed four-wheel drive version. But that's a look at these tires. I guess you guys can't guess what color I got. What's going on, Michael? Appreciate you joining in. Like I said, I may sound a little bit hoarse or something because I did lose my voice. It is kind of coming back. But you guys know pretty much everybody knows about a Stampede 4x4. Four-wheel drive monster truck. Some people say it's small, but it's actually not. It's actually 10 scale in size. Everybody's just used to these bigger cars and stuff with it. But I did get a blue one. Hopefully this is blue in here and not any other color, because that's the one I was looking for as well. And I'll probably end up doing some other stuff. But oh, and it is upside down. I thought I had it right side up. Turn this over. So this is probably not going to be a super long video. I don't want to talk for too long, but I at least wanted to do this because I'll probably do a super speed Saturday test. Go ahead and put the high speed gearing in there. And there it is. I'll definitely be getting the light kit for this. Probably the brushed light kit for this instead of the brushless one, because the brushless one only comes with the lights in the very front. And man, I can still smell it. Even though my nose is kind of stopped up, I can still smell the newness of this. And there's nothing like, it looks kind of black almost. That's how dark that blue is. But there's nothing like the look and smell of a new RC car. So it's the blue one. Yep. So DJ got it. Normally I would do red or a brighter color, but I've always loved the blue color on this particular vehicle. I just think that blue with the blue Millennium, and then I'll end up getting some of the bling bling stuff for it too. And I'll probably do a build at some point in time, maybe with it. So they do also have a taller battery tray, I believe is in the instructions over here. Like I said, I'm kind of one-handing this, but I've always loved the Stampede. Like I said, it was my very first four-wheel drive vehicle. People find it hard to believe. I was always into two-wheel drive, 10 scale and all that, because they were always fast and fun and ran forever. When I got this, I thought it was slow, and then I had to gear it up and then, of course, make some adjustments so that it didn't overheat and stuff like that. But there he is, and I'm going to try to one-hand this. I should actually not even open this up, but I want to get that bigger battery tray out of there. I thought I had one already open somewhere, but I don't. So I'm going to set this down for a second or two while I open this bag up. And I'm gonna get this battery tray out. Hopefully you guys are still with me. And hopefully y'all can still hear me pretty good. So why Traxxas is discontinuing this, I don't know. Maybe they just weren't selling enough with everything else out on the market, everybody going big. I think that, I think they should keep, because it is an icon to me in the RC car world. I want to make sure these batteries fit up in there too before I start talking about them and doing all that stuff, and you guys see at the very beginning of the video. But I think they should keep it. I don't think they should discontinue it. It is off of their website completely. I didn't see it either. I saw that when somebody mentioned that, I think a couple of days ago. I'll probably have to take this front foam spacer out, because this battery is an exact fit, but once you try to put this in, it's not going to be room. So I will have to remove this front foam spacer here, and we'll try this again. So you guys said the audio is okay. How is the video? Is it okay, or does it look pretty blurry and distorted? So this should fit. This should work. I know it'll work like in a Haas and also a Slash 4x4, but we want it to work in a Stampede. And that was one of the things about the Stampede 4x4. Kind of was, see this battery tray? I'm getting these in here. We're going to make this work, y'all. Because these batteries I got particularly for this vehicle. So they do offer or sell an extension, a battery extension where it extends up to here, and I won't have this issue with it. But the batteries do fit in here, which is good. So if I get that battery extension, which I think is a couple bucks, it extends up this high, and they even give you this front pinpoint that extends up too, so that I can fit these in there. So I have to go and get that tomorrow. There's a couple of things you have to do with Stampede, pretty much stock out the box for it. But I have other batteries I can use too. But I definitely want to try this in there. But I'll definitely get an extension and try that in there for this. All right, let's see. Do they start making the two-wheel drive? No, the two-wheel drive's still out there. They won't discontinue that one. So what's up, William? You said you need to holler at me. Yeah, I think a 13, that's what comes in a Slash. So I'll probably end up just tonight putting a 13-tooth pinion gear in here. These tires are a little bit larger, not by much, but I kind of want to save these tires. I don't know why. So I'll take off the originals and go ahead and glue these and put these on there. Just so I just run something else. Hopefully these won't take me. I just don't like gluing, but I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on this one and go ahead and glue these and put these on there with it. I think when you start going to a 15 or 16, it starts to have overheating problems with the Millennium system. And I believe the speed gear right here, this is probably a 15 or 16 tooth pinion gear. So I may put that in just to do some speed runs and do a super speed Saturday on this, because for me, this is an icon truck. I mean, I've always loved the Stampede 4x4. Like I said, I've had a whole bunch of them. I think the ones I've had in the past I've given away or just sold to kids and all that stuff. But this one is staying. Definitely will be doing some upgrades. On the shocks, I know most people just change out the shock mounts, but I'm actually going to put the GTR shocks on here. I'm going to get the aluminum steering and the rear hubs for this. Light kit, and I'm probably going to leave the Millennium system in here, but put a fan on here. I might do like a Speed Tech fan I can put on there or something like that. And then I don't plan on doing a lot. I mean, upgrading the drive shafts. That looks a little crooked, this shock does. It's just the spring though. But that's it. That's all I plan on really doing with this vehicle, other than putting lights on, and I got sway bar kits and stuff. And then to me, it'll be fine, because it's not something I'm going to bash around. I do have the aluminum wheels. I have some blue ones. That's the reason why I got the blue body too. I'll be putting on the back of this. So that's what I plan on doing with this vehicle. I don't plan on doing some crazy, stupid stuff and, you know, just tearing up. I mean, of course, I'll take it to the skate park and put a different body on it, because I definitely like running this at skate parks too. But I don't plan on breaking it and tearing it up there. So, but anyway, back to you guys real quick. Is the Team Associated Rival MT better? I would say yes and no. They're both good trucks. I think the weakest point on this is going to be the drive shafts, and then people don't like the tires. This is going to be faster, and this is going to be easier to upgrade and put more power in it to handle than the Rival is, because it's been out for a while and it's got a large part support. But I have both trucks. Well, I actually have the brush one, and I can easily make that brushless. So I say you can't go wrong with either one. The actual rival is going to be $399. This is $379. I just like this vehicle. I mean, I like the way it was constructed, I like what Traxxas did with it. And I probably got an attachment to this vehicle. This was my first four-wheel drive car. So for me, I would always pick a Stampede 4x4 over something like a rival. And that's just my opinion. The rival may handle a little bit better, but this truck is 13, 14 years old. Came out in late 2009. And from that point, there was a lot of stuff. Like Jane from Ultimate RC, if you guys look up Shapeshifter series, you'll see that Jane did a whole video and stuff on this. So, but hopefully that answers your question with that. I don't think buying a small phone stand will go a long way with you laying on boxes. It wouldn't, but like I said, Grant, this is just pretty much going as it is. And realize this too. I know some people sometimes talk smack or whatever they're trying to say, critique stuff. I do a lot of things. I don't just do YouTube. I have 2 channels I'm running. I have a lot of stuff that I'm doing. So I don't really have too much time to put on YouTube. The time I put in is just kind of just having fun and stuff with it. I mean, I have an area that I could do filming in and put some lights up and all this and that. Right now, I just don't have the time for it. And I'm not really making the time for it. You know, life kind of comes first before all this. So hopefully that answers some people's questions that maybe are live asking about that and a stand and blah, blah, blah. I didn't have time for this. I mean, it's kind of like I'm going live and I'm answering questions live. When I go live, it's about you guys. It's not about me and saying, look what I got, look at the knowledge I have. I want to talk to you guys straight on. So yeah, the sway bar kit does make a difference. It helps stabilize truck and all that. It does make a difference. That's why I kept one just in case, because I had one on a slash stuff, but it does make a difference. Of course, shocks and tires make a huge difference too, but the sway bar kit on this does make a difference though. I can feel it actually when I drive it. So I need an intern, no? So I wanted to show this to you guys. Like I said, I wanted to show you guys these tires and stuff. And too, I thought this was a pretty good deal for what they were. I think it just popped up on Amazon. Amazon's probably been looking at my search results, and they probably knew I bought this truck. And their algorithm was like, oh, suggest some tires for it. The hex in there, of course, is 12 millimeters, so that shouldn't be a problem or anything with that. But I'll definitely have to make a trip to Hobbytown and get that battery extension for this. And there's a couple other little minor things I need to get for this truck once I run it, but I'm probably just going to run it as it is. And I'm definitely probably just going to put this 16.2 pinion gear in it, because I think it's supposed to go 60 miles per hour out the box. So we'll get that going and see how that goes tomorrow. Haas compared to the Stampede. The Haas is a better truck because it is longer. You can fit better batteries in there. It has their adjustable battery strap for it, where you can just flip it and put bigger batteries in it. The motor in the Haas is 4S capable, but the ESC is not. So I got videos where I put 4S in my Haas and it went just as fast as my Traxxas Max, because it's the same motor. Also, the Haas comes with a center diff, an aluminum center diff, where this comes with a slipper clutch. So that makes a huge difference there. And the Haas is going to be a tad bit wider, because these still have the old slash 4x4 A-arms, and it's probably only about a ½ an inch wider or so. So the Haas is a bigger truck. It is a bigger, better truck. It's a little bit bigger than this, but it doesn't look to me as mean as this, because it doesn't come with things like those shock guards in the front, which I think help make this Stampede stand out more with it. The Haas's wheelie bar is not adjustable, and I don't like that. With this one, you can adjust it. People complain about it flapping. Just put a zip tie on here, and it won't come loose with that. So as far as performance-wise and up-to-date-wise, the Haas would be a better truck. I just like the Stampede 4x4. So hopefully that answered your question about that. 87 Classic, yeah, those trenches are heavy for this. 2 sets of pads of mine on 3S. Yep, so I'm gonna go with I'm gonna get a Haas center diff for this real soon. Probably not for another week or so. But I'll be putting that on there, and I'll just slowly do things I know. I know the center diff and the drive shafts definitely in the rear are going to be some first things I replace on here. So yeah, ZD Racing, that's what I was thinking about. Either ZD Racing or Red Cat. Yeah, because that does look like those wheels there, and this tire compound does kind of look like that. But they didn't say it, so you know the Chinese companies, they have several things going on with that over there. So John Jones says love videos. His first RC, okay, was X07, okay. No, it doesn't come with lights or anything like that either. And I'll get some. I'm probably gonna get the ones that go on the brush one, but I think you have to change the bumper out. The lights that Traxxas made for this vehicle, they actually mount, get this flash on. They actually mount on here. So they mount on there, and then it actually, it's a piece where they give you clips on the here, and then it actually routes in and it goes in to the receiver. They just plug into the receiver's 4 lights. Now with those lights, sometimes those wires do come loose. I have had them where you're jumping and the body cuts into the wire. So you do have to secure those wires and stuff down more too with that. So that's there. Here, Grant saying, don't get me wrong, etc. So, and I got one, Grant. Like I said, this is just a quick unboxing and stuff with it. I wasn't even really going to do it because I was trying to somewhat save my voice. I do have a car meet that I'm going to tomorrow. I may go live with that. Be a lot of classic cars out there. I'm going to take my vet and stuff out there. So I may go live during that, but I'm definitely going to at least do a super speed Saturday test on this with the 16-tooth pinion gear in there. Figure, go ahead and do that. I'll wait to glue these tires. I don't feel like doing that tonight. I got some stuff I have to do, so. Michael said, got to go. My girlfriend is. Okay. I'll see you later, Michael. Appreciate it. Joining in. So this is like half the Haas. No, it's not. Well, it's a little bit shorter than the Haas. This came before the Haas, and I guess Traxxas just, excuse me. I'm surprised they didn't call the Haas the Stampede 4x4 2.0. To me, I think they should have did that. And then they could have discontinued this. But the Haas is a little bit longer. I did a comparison a while back between the Stampede 4x4 and the Haas, and you guys can see that there. So there are differences. It's still about $100 difference in price too. But with the difference in price, you get several things. You get better tires, you get the center diff, you get a 4S capable motor, you get a longer vehicle and a little bit wider vehicle. It's not long by much, but it is longer to fit better batteries in it and stuff. And that was one of the limitations of the Stampede 4x4. No, right now I'm going to leave these Traxxas connectors on there because I do have batteries that have the Traxxas connector. So I'm not going to worry about the XT90 right now. I'm going to leave this almost, I'm not going to say stock because I am going to do some changes with some stuff, but I'll keep it pretty close to the stock configuration. And I may even get the Haas tires for it and put that on there because I will be converting this somewhat to a Haas, but I won't make it into a Haas because there's plenty of bodies for it. I like the Stampede 4x4 stock body anyway. And I'm kind of almost saying to myself, oh, you're not going to run this. Let's just gut it and keep it as a shelf queen and keep it on your shelf. Because I do like it. I mean, I like the way, I know people complain when it first came out about that gap there and stuff, but I've liked it. I don't know why. Like I said, it's probably because it's my first 4-wheel drive. I have a lot of fun with it. I remember Jane from URC did a lot of videos on this where he converted it to a big monster truck. He did it to a truggy. He beat some hyper TTs when he did that. He converted it to a buggy, to an on-road car, and a crawler. So he made several cars out of this particular vehicle. And I was pretty amazed when he did that. So the box says 60 plus miles per hour. So we're going to test that. You guys see that there? 60 plus. So we're going to test it. I'm going to go ahead and probably gear it up, put that 16 in there, and not even play. Let's see if it gets 60. I don't plan on flipping it or anything. So we'll see if we can get that 60 miles per hour on it. I may have to lower it down just a little bit, but there it is there. So, but y'all, I'm going to have to cut this short. I wouldn't plan on being live this long because My throat is getting dry. I'm going to be clearing my throat, sound like an old 1950 Chevy startup in just a minute, try to clear my throat every few minutes. But I appreciate you guys joining. I'm going to do a speed test on this tomorrow. It's probably going to be short. I'm not going to be talking that much. I'll probably subside from videos for the next couple of days to try to get my voice back and then get back in the groove. I got a couple of things I want to show you guys next week. I got a drone in. I'll be doing more stuff with drone boats and all that. So all that's coming this year, plus a lot of other things for us. So you guys will see that coming up. So as always, I always appreciate you guys joining. I appreciate you guys commenting, liking, disliking, sharing the videos and everything like that. So I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Appreciate you joining again.